Hi YouTube, Texas Nurse here with my vacation haul. I went to Rome and Paris and did a little shopping. Probably did more than what I was supposed to, but nonetheless, it was a vacation that had been on the schedule for several years, I guess you could say. I knew 2017 birthday, I knew I wanted to go to visit Europe, and Rome and Paris was where I wanted to go. So let's get right into it. Some of this was intentional buys, and then some of it was like spontaneous buys because just got over there and saw the big difference in the euros versus the States dollar, and it was a big savings. I have watched other people videos saying that they purchased in Europe or Hawaii or London, and over in the States it costs more, but I never thought it would have been that big of a difference. It was enough where I bought stuff that was not on the list, but nonetheless I got it. My first purchase was in Rome, and I went to Dior with the intent of buying an item, and I did get that item, which is one of the Dior's. I'm not sure what Dior calls the scarves, sort of like the bandeaux for Louis or the tulle for Hermes, but I got the initial one, and my initial is L, and it's a lovely print of light shade of purple, greens, blues. Got a little animal print off in it, but this was an item that I definitely wanted, and I did get it, of course. And not sure how much they cost here in the States. I have notes on a lot of my purchases. Okay, it's called Matza initials, and here it runs for 200, and over there it was 160 euros. Was a small savings, but nonetheless it was a savings, and that doesn't include the VAT that I would get back for it. And my other item that I got at Dior, which was a total impulse buy when I got in there, was not in there to purchase any sunglasses, but I did purchase a pair, and these are called the Gaias. And here in the States, they retail for 350, and there it was 270 euros, and that converted to 292, so it was like a $60 saving, not including the VAT. And it's just a brown frame with brown lens that has a gradient effect, and they're just oversized square frame. Impulse buy. Love them. Haven't worn them yet, but I do like them. And we were there for 3 days, and then once we did all our sightseeing and all our tours and everything, we went to Paris, and we did our tours and the river cruise and all that. And then the second day was our shopping day, or one of our shopping days. And of course, Louis Vuitton was a shopping stop. Gucci was a shopping stop. And I'll just say the best for last. But while I was in Rome airport, I did pick up an item that you can't get here in the States because it's exclusive to the Europe area. And I purchased a cute little red bag. It is Italian leather. Oh my gosh, and you should smell this. It's just like intoxicating. The brand is called Coccinelle, and you can order it online through their international website, but this was 260 euros, and it's kind of like the little tapered look with the handle, and I got it on an impulse buy because I don't have a red bag. It does come with a strap, and I picked up a bag charm for this because the sales associate said that Coccinelle means ladybug in English. I guess I didn't bring it out, but I did buy a bag charm for it. But this is cute. I have not carried it yet, but it is just too cute. That's 305 American dollars. So I guess you would put this somewhere with the range of Coach or Dooney, because it is real leather, as opposed to something like Michael Kors, which is some of his is real leather, but this is Italian leather, and like I said, the smell is intoxicating. So that was one of my purchases. And then at the Louis Vuitton, which I think we've probably visited 3 or 4, And the reason why we visited so many is because we kept looking for certain items and we couldn't get them. And at some point, the sales guy told me at the flagship that you probably should pick. Basically, he just said that the items we wanted were old items, and you probably should move up to the newer selection. Thought that was kind of rude, but nonetheless, they didn't have any stuff we were looking for, so we ended up purchasing alternate stuff. I did get some things that I had on my list to go into Louis Vuitton to get, and I did get those. But I'm going to share with you guys some things that was not on the list or even on the radar to purchase, but it ended up being purchased. And those are some items for my husband. We were actually walking to Chanel, one of the Chanel stores. Don't remember the area we were in, and we passed a Karl Lagerfeld store. And I had never been into a Karl Lagerfeld, so I'm like, let's go in there. And so we did. Well, he got in there and he decided he liked the stuff, so he got him a little Karl Lagerfeld card case, and it was real inexpensive. I think it was maybe, let me grab my note here. It was like 55 euros, so that's real inexpensive. And so that was an impulse buy for him. And while we were in there, I decided that, hey, I wanted something. And I picked up a Karl Lagerfeld, and he called this the Classic. And they had it displayed with this bag charm, which was extra, but it really wasn't all that expensive because the bag charm itself was just 28 euros. And then this bag, which is known as the Classic, was 295 euros. So again, it wasn't a real expensive purchase. And this is Saffiano leather for Karl Lagerfeld. And it has a front slip pocket here. It's not very big, but it is a nice size for a crossbody shoulder bag. And right now I'm carrying my Louis Vuitton Clements wallet, so it does take up a lot of space, but I love it. The color is like to die for. It's kind of like a pewter color-ish with a hint of pink in it or something like that. And you have a slip pocket here at the back. And the handle, I think, it didn't sell me on it. The overall look sold me on it, but this is like extremely convenient for it. And I like that. So those are the items we got at Karl Lagerfeld, which was his little card case, the bag, and then the bag charm for the bag. And the rest of my shopping was pretty much at Louis Vuitton, but I did pick up two things at Prada. And I knew I was going to get one Prada item because it was on my radar to purchase before I got there. I had my list mapped out, but I ended up purchasing more than what I had said I was going, or an additional items. And I picked up a pair of Prada Cinemas. Now these were on my list, so this was something I went in there looking for. And they're oversized, kind of square frame with a little octagon kind of look. Love them, and they're black. And then while I was there, I decided I like these Pradas too. So I got both of them. And they're kind of like a translucent frame. Cat look. And I just thought those was too cute as well. So there you go. I ended up with two Prada pairs of sunglasses. So that was a pair of Dior's and two pair of Pradas. En route to one of the mini stores, we happened to pass a Hermes, and typically I wouldn't have went in there, but I'm like, I'm walking right by, why not? So let's go in there. So I did go into a Hermes. I did not get a purse by any means. It would have been nice, but I didn't. And I love these little tubes that they do, like the Dior has one and the Hermes have one. Louis Vuitton doesn't. He really should consider that. And it's just a real pretty color of blues, purples, pinks. Now, I will say it is not as long as the Dior. They both have the little angular shape on the end. But it is a lot shorter than the Dior one. But nonetheless, it is a Hermes Twilly that it was an impulse buy because I mean, I didn't go in to buy anything, and then I was just like, let me just get one item. So I did. And the rest of the items pretty much come from Louis Vuitton. When I was in there doing the shopping, I knew what I wanted out of there, but they didn't have all the items I wanted. But in the meantime, my husband was walking around, I guess, bored or whatever, and he was looking at stuff. And then for some reason, he asked the guy what an item costs, and of course, that's in euros. And he came and asked me, what would that be in American dollars? So I'm like, use your phone to do the conversion. So he did. And when he did the conversion, he was like, oh my gosh, I'm getting that because that's not what it would be at home, right? I'm like, no, it wouldn't be. So he made him a purchase. And he got the pocket organizer in Eclipse. It has a back slip pocket. And he did get it hot stamp with his initials. So you have a main one here, and then 3 here, 1 here, another here, and this is just a little Louis Vuitton little insert that they have in it, and then 1 here. Now he ended up with purchasing this, and then also Karl Lagerfeld. So I don't know about that one. I mean, but hey, we have multiple purses, so why can't they have multiple card holders? But he didn't stop there. That was so funny. And when he said, I want this too, I'm like, really? Are you serious? I'm like, really, Jody? And his name is not Jody, but I always call him weird names when I'm trying to get a point of cars. And it's just a random name. So he ended up getting himself the Prada Eclipse. I'm going to say it is really nice. It does have the zip here and pockets here. Several card slots. It's nice. But getting that there in Europe, let me tell you what the difference was as opposed to US. The pocket organizer was 225 euros. And in the States is 335. Well, you convert to 225 is 264, which is a saving of $71. But the Prada Eclipse was 605 US dollars, 410 euros, with a saving of $124. And does not include the VAT that we had to file at the airport. So it really is cost effective to get items abroad. Like my leopard bandeau in the States is 180. Over there was 125 euros with a savings about $35. So it does pay off. But yeah, that was impulse for him. His 2 Eclipse items. Why not? He deserved it. Another item I picked up was just a 4 key holder. I don't have a lot of keys. I don't carry a lot of keys. I carry my key fob and a house key, and that's it. So I just got the small one. Here in the States, the key holder is $205. Over there, it was 140 euros, and it was like a $41 savings. Of course, the more you spend, the more you save, and with the VAT refund as well. Now, I did go in there to get some type of card holder because I have a favorite MM, and then I have a Gucci bag, the small, the chain shoulder bag that's no longer available on the Gucci website. So I needed a smaller wallet, and I ended up getting this as opposed to a card case, and this is the Victorine, and I got it in fuchsia, which is also the same color of my key holder. And this was an impulse buy. And this is my first hot stamped item. I think this was a better purchase as opposed to me just getting a card case, getting it over there, because the Victorine here is 540 and over there was 365 euros, which was a saving of $112. So it really paid off getting these items over there, because that still does not include the VAT that I had to file at the airport. And I did pick up me a trunks bandeau. I knew I wanted one. I really didn't care what print. I just wanted one. And oh, I forgot what my Hermes Twilly. It came with cards, and I haven't opened the package itself. but looks like it just gives you ideas of how to wear it. Because I can see one of the pictures right here, and it's showing how you could wear the twilly. And it's called Knotting Cards. So I guess it gives you all the different ways you can tie the twilly. Now my biggest purchase, which was on the radar. Now what I didn't know if I was going to get this purchase or the Louis Vuitton Melly. So it was between the Melly and this item. And it is the biggest purchase that we got while we were there. And this was an intentional purchase. It was my birthday gift from him to me. And like I said, it was a milestone birthday. And he got me Givenchy. And I got the small Antagona handbag. And I must say, I love it. I don't find it to be heavy like some of the other people say initially, but maybe once I put items in it, it will carry some weight with it. But the hardware is chunky, it's bold, it's pretty. They don't do boxes with Givenchy. It's just the drawstring bag and then your shopping bag. Love it. Now, the savings on this was like amazing. Here, this retails in the States for $200, no, excuse me, I wish it was $2,290. This was 1,650 euros, which the conversion was 1782 for a savings of $508. Does not include the VAT. So it was well worth the purchase getting it there. And I must say, it was like, it wasn't a hard decision to make, but nonetheless, it was a decision that I had to make. And between this and the Melly, and this is the one time that Louis Vuitton lost out, because I'm glad I chose this one as opposed to the Melly. Although this does cost more than the Melly, I probably could have saved another $100 or so, but I'm okay with this purchase. This wasn't a bragging haul. This was just the items I picked up while we were over there vacationing. We just got back this past Sunday, and we were there for 6 days. Well, 6 nights, 7 days. And it's something that we had on schedule for a very long time. But it was wonderful to see another country and experience the whole European feel. I had a wonderful time, and thank you for watching.